And I feel like this has all been building up to this review. I've mentioned this show countless times, but now I will actually discuss it. My all-time favorite anime is Wacky Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica Rebellion. Holy shit. If you thought Madoka Magica's TV anime was off the walls bonkers, this is just on a whole new level of whack. It just screams Monogatari. It's a beautiful tragedy. Because even though it's such a beautiful looking movie, it's beautifully told, everything is at its best, but the story itself is sad, depressing, and just what the fuck. Hey, that's a perfect explanation for Madoka Magica. Let's get into Rebellion. Luckily with Rebellion, it won't take as long because about half the things are the same from the TV anime. Like the characters, they're all basically the same, besides two. Madoka is now an actual real character, and she really shines in this movie. I like her a lot, but the character that really shines is Homura Akemi. When I say Madoka Magica is basically Homura Akemi's story, it is. Because this entire movie is just Homura's movie. Sure, Kyoko Sakura actually has some more use into it, but in this movie, Homura Akemi literally becomes the devil. She rips the goddess Madoka out, and she's straight evil. This entire movie is her turning into basically not a witch, but a devil. This entire city is actually her labyrinth. Kyubey plays a pretty great role where it's basically him saying, "You do know this isn't actually our doing for once." Then we have a new character, Nagisa Momoe. She's just a lolly. She's a fine character. She isn't in there too long, but it really looks like she would have a bigger role in the concept movie if that was actually happening. I've basically told you what Rebellion is. All the girls are back, even Bebe's back, and there's these new kind of enemies. Wraiths, not witches. It all seems really familiar. Hell, even the beginning of the movie is practically a shot-for-shot remake of the beginning of the TV anime. It just goes along and it gets more insane and insane, and to the point where it just becomes an absolute beautiful tragedy. People complain that, oh, it's so out of character for Homer to do that. No, it's not. Homer has always been an emo bitch this entire time. This is the most in-character thing she's ever done. She doesn't care when any of others die, except for Madoka. Yeah, she's kind of a psychopath. So her becoming the devil makes sense. My biggest problem with it is that it was a cliffhanger that hasn't been resolved for 7 years. It is now 2020. Magica Record is now coming out. Magica Record is a side story. It has been 7 years since Rebellion came out. It has been 5 years since the concept movie trailer was released. There's been nothing. That's what pisses me off the most. It's because while this used to be my favorite anime of all time, it kind of started to not become that because there's no ending. There's no true ending. It's just a cliffhanger. It's like Thundercats 2011. It just ends on a cliffhanger while it's a okay note. That's obviously not the end. It just feels wrong, and I really wish it would just be back. But besides that, Madoka Magica Rebellion and Madoka Magica as a whole is a fantastic experience. It was, for 6 years, my favorite anime of all time. It's an amazing show with wonderful visuals, a dark and depressing story, characters that you really feel for, and just a shocking tale. But I did mention it's not my favorite anime anymore. Because while I do have some slight problems with this franchise, if you can call it that, there's one anime that I have zero faults with. Well, besides the sequels, but I don't consider those canon. That anime is something I never thought I'd love as much as I do, but the second I saw it, I fell in love with it. That anime is fully Kawaii. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.